Hey everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Today we're starting a Jurassic difficulty challenge mode playthrough on the new Isla Nublar. So our rewards will be a new Brachiosaurus and a new T-Rex pattern. And we're doing the default dig sites with the Jurassic Park era. And let's get started. I wanted to make sure I include the actual start screen so that you all know that I'm actually doing Jurassic difficulty, because I'm not really sure where it actually says that. I spent some time in Sandbox coming up with a layout, and I'm gonna try to execute that, but it's challenge mode, and I haven't done challenge mode on the new version yet, so we'll just see how that goes.
Who doesn't love a good challenge? Well, me. I like things to be easy and predictable. Do you want to do the heavy lifting? Or figure out who's most likely to do it for you?
Alright, so our first contracts are already coming in, which is nice. Basically, I'm kinda gonna be sticking with a layout that's sort of similar to what the campaign mode gives you, with all the facilities in the center. Mainly because this area over here is pretty flat. A lot of the other areas of the island are really hilly, and it would cost a lot of money to flatten it out. So we're just gonna start here because it's pretty nice and tame. So, as you all probably already know, the buildings here are completely different compared to normal mode, as far as everything's pretty much just linked together in this building here. And let me just make sure I'm pretty well centered, which we're about as good as I can hope for. I'm turning on the angle snap. As you can see, that's kind of part of my plan for making a park that is fairly well organized and linear. It might take a while for the design that I'm looking for to actually take shape, but you all will see it eventually. Alright, I'm pretty sure I need this in order to do like anything, so I might as well get this started also. Because I remember in the playthrough, it wouldn't let me, even if I had power, it wouldn't let me do anything until I had the arrival helipad. If you're new, welcome, first of all, but one thing you'll notice with me is I really don't like putting down buildings and then having the terrain jump up all over the place. It just really ruins it for me, so I'm probably going to unnecessarily spend a lot of money on terraforming. Alright, so next we need power. Basically, you'll be able to see what I'm going for pretty quickly. Basically, this behind the main entrance is going to be all of the like more facility type buildings, and the front area is going to be more of the guest stuff with the hotels and shops and all that. Yep, we know about that. So let's start off with a power station. This will be one of the things that I won't use the toggle snap for because these buildings are shaped really weird. And the way the path connects is also kind of funky. So we're gonna just get it as close to linear as possible. And we'll put our first substation down. Let's see. Probably gonna need a second substation at some point. So I might as well just put one here for now. If I need to, I will redo the power grid later. There's no large substation, as far as I know, in this, so that's going to be kind of interesting to deal with. Alright, we are online, so I need to construct these modules. And let's see. Let's get rid of that Dr. Sattler contract. Because we're nowhere... I don't even know what the first dinosaurs are, but Stegosaurus is not a good challenge mode dinosaur, especially to start off with. These are decent contracts to take. And I still get a cash penalty. That's not my favorite thing.
This latest contract appears to hold the
Alright,
promise
so
of
that's
some
another
amazing
not good
discoveries,
contract for
which around
us.
here is really saying something.
Let's see what dinosaurs we start off with. Stego, Ceratosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Triceratops, Ceratosaurus, and is this Gallimimus? So, I think we're going for Gallimimus. We're basically just gonna replace Struthiomimus with Gallimimus, I guess. Not the most exciting, but we're on Jurassic difficulty, so we need to have a solid start here. While that's going on, let's construct the rest of our paths the way that I'm planning on. Alright, so as you can see, I've been using the 90-degree snap link, and I'm going to continue to use that. And so basically, as far as I know, based on what I tried in Sandbox, this is everything we're gonna need is gonna fit somewhere around this arrowhead-shaped park. So that'll be nice. We'll see if it actually works out that way, though. I would really like it to. I know you can kind of brute force challenge mode and beat it really quickly. I like to make challenge mode parks that look nice, even if it takes longer. This won't be a speed run by any means while we're talking about that. Mainly just because, like I said, I like to build somewhat reasonable looking parks. And, obstructed, huh? How was this obstructed? Well, this'll do for now, I think. Looks like one of our paths isn't... One of our paths didn't get snapped correctly. There we go. Alright, our first Gallimimus fossils are here, and we've got double amber and 2 really high quality minerals, which is great. That'll help us for sure. Alright, anyway, back to the hatchery. Need to make sure I don't accidentally click on the Velociraptor pen. I'm not sure how this is obstructed. It might just be the terrain needs to be flattened or something. Having these grid lines is really helpful too. I really like that. You can turn it on in the settings in case you're wondering. I'm kind of curious to see if I can... I wouldn't mind just having it on permanent daytime. Oh, okay, I can. Alright, we're gonna do that for now. Let me know if you all would like to have the cycles, but I know that for recording purposes it's much easier to see what's going on when it's daytime. And it's easier for me to build because I can actually see things. Alright, that's good enough as far as the angles go. Let's see if we can sneak another substation over here. Alright, we're, the money is getting in the realm of scarce, so we really... Everything we've built is stuff that we actually need so far, though, so... Aside from my excessive terraforming. Alright, Alright, Gallimimus is viable. I'm pretty sure that we are guaranteed
Jurassic Park is about more than preserving nature on a couple of islands. It's about recreating an entire way of life. Maintaining that takes effort and success like yours.
Alright, I think we're good for this. We're just gonna build a really basic tour for now. Alright, okay. Let's grab another Dr. Grant contract.
There's a new contract available.
Okay, this
You
is
should give
good
it a
for
look.
us. As far as I know, there's no sabotage, so I don't have to... like, give equal attention to all of them. So, like, if Dr. Grant's gonna keep asking us to just do fossils, then that's probably gonna be our best bet. So far, the minerals have been forgiving for us. Alright, we need to have our, like, hatchery area. money to build our gate, which is always shockingly expensive. And we're going to need a ranger team so that we can tranquilize and move the dinosaurs. This is a reasonable spot for it, I think. I'm eventually going to have a second hatchery over here because it really helps with keeping up with the amount of dinosaurs that the park needs. Otherwise, you get to a point where they start dying from old age and you're unable to stay afloat. We need another substation, unfortunately. Basically, I'm going to line this and this with shops when we get the money, so if I stick this right in the middle, that should be good. It's not the most appealing looking place for it though, so maybe we'll move it later. Alright, our dinosaur's
Your
ready.
efforts at Jurassic Park won't go unnoticed. I'll make sure of that.
And like I said, we're gonna be doing a really generic tour to start with. So let's just make... We don't want to make it like ridiculously small. Alright, there we go. And let's route. And for now, Dr. Grant's giving us really easy contracts. I want to say Dr. Malcolm's are almost always... His seem to be like safety based. And so I think either of these would be safe, but I'm going to stick with Dr. Grant.
Living dinosaurs, well, they present us with so many challenges, including our own notions about the nature of these animals. This contract can help further our understanding. Consider it.
Alright, cool.
Before I found myself on this island, my life and Ellie's was out in the field, digging in the dirt, the mud, the sweat. I have to confess that I miss it. We should send out an expedition. I had long postulated that certain dinosaurs move in herds. The Gallimimus we have here, for example, is one such animal. Unfortunately, I experienced a pack of these dinosaurs running for their lives and almost trampling me in the process. Well, I suppose this is paleontology in the post-Jurassic Park era.
I was going to say it's quite fitting that our first dinosaur is a Gallimimus, which is supposedly one of Dr. Grant's favorites according to a line from Dr. Malcolm. Alright, just stay still for me, please. I'm actually really excited about not having to helicopter tranquilize everything.
En route to pick up the assets.
It's kind of something that got really old in challenge mode for me. So now we just need a feeder, and we're actually... So far this has been noticeably easier. Just based on Dr. Grant's giving us really easy contracts, and I don't have to worry about being sabotaged by Isaac.
Transit has commenced.
So anyway, we've got water in the corner, and we've got everything we need, really. We have enough money to work on a 0.5 star facility rating. Okay, our dinosaur's sick already. So it's gonna take a minute to get there. I need to research these things. Okay, that's interesting. And research module is kind of expensive, so let's see if we get any minerals first. And let's take care of the sick dinosaur first. For this playthrough, I plan to do a lot more manual Jeep driving, especially since they are, like, in constant danger now.
The privilege of helping bring Jurassic Park to the world should be its own reward. But I realize that people need thank yous as well. So, thank you.
Alright, so we got that one done without anything else.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Alright, cool. So we should, I'm gonna try, at least for now, to name a lot of our dinosaurs. We'll just go with flock for this. I know it's pretty generic and boring, but all the dinosaurs are still female at this time, so naming it Alan would have just been like a weird velociraptor dream or something. So let's make this look a little nicer. Alright, there we go. So we've got a completely boring but functional, easy first exhibit up and going. Let's try a contract from Dr. Malcolm.
Yeah, we all know what's waiting out there, and a new contract is waiting for you here.
Yeah, so like I was sort of expecting, all of his seem to be like safety and preventing or trying to control certain elements, which is sort of ironic given that he's Mr. Chaos. Do I even? I think I can budget the research module because I bet I don't have the storm station built or unlocked. Okay, never mind, I do. In my pre-built version of this, if you stick the storm center here, it covers a lot, but it's not as good as what I was thinking. Let's stick it back here. It's probably most important to have the power station covered. We don't have any electric fences or any really dangerous dinosaurs for now. So let's just go with this. This covers... it's probably a good idea to have the ranger station covered. This is pretty solid. We'll go with this. Now I just want to see if I can line it up with the middle of that line as good as possible. And I'd say that's pretty good. Alright, alright, we have research unlocked, and we got some minerals, which is always nice. And we got Dr. Malcolm's contract done.
Discovery can be a painful experience, a very uncomfortable journey into the unknown, but you sure made it look easy.
Alright, let's check what research we have. We'll grab another Dr. Grant
There's a new
contract.
contract that I strongly suggest you act on.
Alright, so far he's been giving
You would
us
think
amazing
that one living
ones.
specimen of an extinct animal should be more than enough for all of us. But it's not enough. And we need more.
Alright, so let's just see real quick. We need pretty high Dr. Grant rep to get Metriacanthosaurus. Pteranodons at 3 stars. Euoplocephalus at 1 star. Compies at 3 stars. Styracosaurus 1 star. Herrerasaurus 4 stars. Dryosaurus 3. And Baryonyx requires a really high Dr. Grant reputation. So basically, this contract here is useless for now. I'm gonna be avoiding hers because the first 2 ones we've gotten so far have not been good. So I'm gonna stick with these for now. Let's try a John Hammond contract.
We can keep it just between you and me. I've had enough of doubting PhDs to last a millennia, thank you very much.
Oh, okay, so let's get another dinosaur.
Our visitors, of course, but their experience in Jurassic Park is so much more. Make sure they are satisfied, or, not to put too fine a point on it, I won't be.
Alright, anything else in here that would be good? These binoculars are great, but we honestly don't need them yet because we just have one tiny little exhibit. I'm not worried about getting any of that yet, but what we do need are these. Let's start with a restroom first. I haven't actually seen any people. Oh, there's one staff member. I mean, there must be people in the jeeps or the tours, I would guess. But there's no one out and about walking around, probably because... I don't know why, to be honest. The satisfaction is probably a 0% because there's no guest facilities here at all. Unless they've changed it, there should be plenty of extra fossils, so once you get a high enough genome, you can start selling the lower quality fossils. So a good question would be, what do we want next? I think Triceratops would be a really good second dinosaur. Stegosaurus is... I definitely want one, but it's a terrible challenge mode dinosaur because we have to incubate 5 at once. And Ceratosaurus is really expensive, but it'll probably be our next dinosaur. So, with that being said, let's get Gallimimus to 100, and then we'll go for Triceratops. And let's put in a restroom. I'm pretty sure that each missed trank dart actually costs you money, as well as like the medication darts. So I mean, while we have the spare time, we may as well do all of this manually.
Picking up asset.
Okay, that might get us to 100. We have 7% more. I think that'll get us to 100. So let's go for Triceratops. The guest satisfaction went from 68 to 41. I'm wondering if that's because there's a welfare penalty. Probably, because I tranquilized the dinosaur, and even though it's way over here, the game senses that the guests know about it somehow. So if we release one more dinosaur, we get a contract done. So this will be done in 5 seconds, and it looks like we need one more fossil. That's what I get for deleting those other ones, I guess, but we got some minerals now. Send one more over here. And let's just do it so we can get the contract done.
Job done, and done well. Congratulations.
Alright, let's see, let's grab... I want to say his are all about, like, reaching financial goals, which we're nowhere near being able to focus on that. So let's grab a Dr. Malcolm contract.
The multiverse theory postulates that we've already done this 1,000,000 times in 1,000,000 different realities in 1,000,000 different universes. So, taking on this new contract should feel familiar by now.
Alright, that's simple enough for us. This is actually kind of a spammable contract. However, I'm not going to abuse that power this time. I used to do that all the time in the original challenge mode. But basically we have been getting nothing but good contracts, and I don't have to worry about sabotage. So I'm just going to get this contract done and then not take advantage of the way the system works.
You've made history.
He sounded very, I don't know, not very thrilled to say that. I love these signs so much, so we're gonna put a little Gallimimus sign right here.
Making dinosaurs costs money. It's a business. An interesting, unique, unprecedented, and at times terrifying business, but a business nonetheless. That is why the Hammond Foundation will be deducting a fee from your operation. I mean, it's a dino-eat-dino world now.
Yeah, but why am I at a negative profit? Like, that's never happened.
You know, if John had listened to me the first go-around, maybe none of us would be here now. So, you might want to listen when I say that there is a new contract for you to consider.
It makes me so happy to know that it's actually the original voice actors. Let's research the remaining buildings, because I'm not sure why we're not making a profit, because that's kind of bad. We can get another contract done at least, though.
The dinosaur populations have increased. Wise or not, that challenge has been met.
One thing I'm really excited to show you all, because it was kind of a idea that the story mode gave me, is the idea of using sand or dirt as a way to kind of help guide me around when I'm driving the Jeep. So basically,
Asset requiring collection.
so like for right now, obviously it's a pretty straight line, but I like to use trees to make the park look nicer. But you can't drive through trees, so I use the sand tool to as a highway system, if you want to think of it like that. Let's try John Hammond.
We've had enough details. We can move things along with this next contract.
How many guests are we at right now? 8? Oh no. That's what I get for Gallimimus being our first dinosaur with a whopping rating of like 12. So yeah, let's make sure... Alright, that's at 100, so we really need to turn our attention to getting Triceratops in here. It's already at 48%. Alright, cafe building is done. Let's grab the other building. Is there anything in here? Nothing yet. Is dig yield still a thing? Oh my god, it is. I need Dr. Grant reputation to get it though. Alright, so this should help with our facility rating. At least. I'm like purposely putting that relatively far away from the path because if you guys haven't noticed, these things, their connection to the path is really strange. They don't work like you would expect them to. Alright, let's, this is fine. We don't really need to do anything with this. I like to rename some of the things that are numbered weird. Like I'm only gonna have one visitor center, so... Oops. Alright, that one's name is so long it doesn't really matter. Are we still losing? Yeah, we're still losing money, so it's kind of a slow loss, but we need to stay on top of contracts. The Dr. Malcolm one will get done in 6 minutes, and if we keep sending out dig teams, we'll get Dr. Grant's done. Okay, I did not know that this can snap like that. Well, too late now. We'll just have it like this for the time being, I suppose. Any fun signs that I can put up? We got the restroom scenery over here. These are really nice, but sometimes it's actually kind of hard to zoom in and see them. Like the really small dock signs in particular, like I've had to delete them a lot because the arrow will be pointing the wrong way because I can't zoom in close enough to see it. Alright, good. We got another good mineral for us. For now, Triceratops will just join Gallimimus in here instead of building a whole separate exhibit for them. Just because, really. I can't believe we only have 14 guests. Our facility rating should be 5 stars. Yeah, so that's good at least. Island management, okay, yeah. Thank God. I don't think I'm gonna play challenge mode on the Jurassic World version ever again just because of the contracts. And like, oh, you gave me 5 terrible contracts in a row, so now I'm gonna sabotage you because you didn't do any of them. Alright, that was a pretty lousy mineral, but it's better than nothing. I can't believe we're only at 14 people. but it's fine, I guess. Let's see, is there any more research that I should be doing? I'm gonna be doing a lot of the ranger stuff manually, so I'm not worried about this for now. We don't need more power for a while. Success rate is probably a wise thing to get, so we'll grab that. We don't need electrified fencing yet. We won't need it for a while, really. And no, we have all these. That'll be fun when that time comes. Alright, we're making good progress on Triceratops, but we're not getting any minerals. Okay, that one's exhausted, so we need to go... Alright, this is the only other Triceratops spot, so we're probably going to get some more minerals because it's a new site, but we're probably going to get a lot of Ceratosaurus DNA. We're really close to getting that Dr. Grant profit sales done. What's being sold here? The T-Rex keyring. I guess we'll keep that at $4. Yeah, like no one in the park, which is just hilarious. It's just because it's all kind of, it's not organic. It's just because this island is huge, and we've made such little progress with the dinosaur rating. We need 8,200 rating. Oh God. I think that might be the newest, the biggest dino rating. So basically just the amount of guests is based on, it's like a, I'm sure there's like an algorithm in there somewhere. Do I have success rate done? No, not yet. Alright, okay, we got that contract
including the
done.
risks we are taking, is that the rewards should be worth it. And today, you've proven that.
Alright, what I'll be doing for now, just to make sure we have enough money, is I'll occasionally be selling a Ceratosaurus fossil. Alright, 5 more dinosaurs. Honestly, I could just do 5 more Gallimimus and it wouldn't be that big of a problem. These are all 100% genome galleys. So, I mean, we got some downtime here. Oh, actually, you know what, I can start researching something else. I'm not getting this for a while because that thing is really a pain to move and tranquilize.
The jury is still out on whether Jurassic Park succeeds or not, but there is no doubt that you nailed that last contract. Nice work.
Thank you. Alright, let's see if we get... Let's grab another contract and then I want to kind of show you all what...
They need our help.
Dang it. Alright. Let's see what contract we get first.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but we have had some regrettable incidents. Yes, incidents in the past. Contracts like this one I'm offering you now can help us avoid them. And we all want that, don't we?
I love how he keeps saying, not to put too fine a point on it. Getting the island to a star is unfortunately not a great contract for us. That's kind of something that takes a while. Oh wait, that's right, I don't have the right ammo equipped. I was like, why is nothing being highlighted for me? Oh boy. Alright, there we go. Oh!
Under attack.
Watch it. Alright, let's get out of here before we get hit again. And then we're gonna really quickly, we have to name, this one's gotta be Muldoon. Here we go. Alright, we got 2 more Gallimimus. We need 3 more after that. Triceratops will certainly help us, though, but I'm willing to bet that we're going to need several Triceratops and at least 1 Ceratosaurus to get to 1 star. So, probably gonna have to get rid of that John Hammond contract unless I decide to just let it sit there forever. Let's get some more. Our 5th dinosaur will be our first Triceratops. How about that?
Heading to collect the asset.
I really wish one of my favorite things that they had in the story mode was that you use the helipad from Isla Sorna as like your incubator. I really would like if that was a feature in this mode too, instead of having to tranquilize and move everything. But, you know, we might actually get rid of both of John Hammond's contracts because I honestly should have done that sooner because both of those are not great for us.
I've studied dinosaurs since I was a boy. My passion became my career. Now I find myself here at Jurassic Park, questioning everything I believed. This new contract could provide some answers.
Alright, that Amber is
Let's
going to
an
get...
expedition together. I wish I could go myself, but I have other responsibilities.
That Amber is going to get Triceratops to 100. So I just sent out a team for Ceratosaurus next.
Contracts can not only improve your knowledge,
well.
but can also help improve the park. Consider this one.
I was actually about to press the select button
This
to
particular
click on
process
this.
is key to repopulating Jurassic Park.
Well, that was a free completion for us.
There was a time when the only person I trusted on this earth was Dr. Sattler. But now, thanks to you, I'm considering expanding that circle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Gallimimus to the Fossils.
Alright, is Triceratops 100%? That's what's so funny, because I by no means disliked the original Triceratops, but this one's way better. So I'm much more excited to get it in the park.
Collecting asset.
Honestly, we have enough money to just build another enclosure. Wow, I'm gonna take a minute to kind of show you all what I'm thinking for the park layout. I really, really want to have this be at least mostly linear, so it's going to be a lot of 45 and 90-degree angles as far as the fencing goes. So imagine a fence line going straight this way and then going straight this way and vice versa on this side, so it's kind of like it mimics the shape of this path here. And then I'm honestly probably going to have this whole area be open the way it was in the story mode. Let's grab a Dr. Malcolm contract.
Maybe things would go smoother and less predictably wrong if we invested in knowledge instead of ambition. This contract is your chance to prove me right.
The only thing that I'm kind of considering about... I always kind of liked the idea of Gallimimus being one of the dinosaurs in the big open area because they have a lot more room to run around in. But it might be wise to have them limited to their own exhibit because they have such poor rating. And I remember, if I recall, they're actually like they're not that good of a cost per point dinosaur. But let's release our first Triceratops.
That's solid work on your part.
Hey, we got a reputation reward.
I want you to have this. A reward for what you've done to support the dinosaurs' presence here. Not just on the islands, but I mean here on our evolutionary timeline, in the now. Call it a strange feeling on my part, but I think these dinosaurs, they need you.
I really did not want to shoot the Triceratops in the face as he was saying that.
Even though its massive horns would suggest otherwise. However, when it's threatened, well, let's just try and make sure that doesn't happen.
So, we're just gonna set you down here. I'm highly considering this is not going to be the permanent home of the Gallimimus. I think Gallimimus might have its own place somewhere else in the park, but for now, we're gonna stick the two of them together. Let's see if Dr. Sattler gives us a doable contract.
A new contract has just hit my desk.
Hey, we can do
Immediately thought
that.
of you.
We can do that. Alright, working on Ceratosaurus, and we got that new upgrade, which was extraction speed. Sure, why not? That'll help with keeping things moving fast. Probably need to make this every 8 minutes again, because we're gonna have several dinosaurs. One of my favorite things about the vehicles is that they really help give a sense of scale for the dinosaurs. Like, this might be a little blown out of proportion, but Gallimimus was supposed to be about 6 feet tall at its hip. So like a above average height person would still tower over them because that's just reaching its hip here. So, I mean, no, that's probably about right, because there's no way the top of that Land Rover thing is 6 feet. Anyway, we're clearly not going to need to add more staff for here for a while. Did I send out the other dig team? I guess I didn't. Alright, our Triceratops is almost done. One thing that I'm sure we'll get to this later, because I'm almost certain to add it, is concerning Parasaurolophus, and when it's released, it makes the noise from the Lost World and it sounds fantastic, but then it never makes that noise or that call ever again, and it really makes me kind of sad.
I never thought I would get a chance to work with living, breathing dinosaurs. It was beyond my ability to even conceive of such a possibility. But now we can expand our knowledge of these animals with contracts. Here's a new one. Don't let the opportunity slip away. There is nothing like pulling history out of the ground. That's how we discovered our prehistoric past. Well, I mean, before this place, before Jurassic Park. Still, these expeditions can prove invaluable. Send one out and see what it can find. I can't wait to hear what the expedition has discovered. Good news for us all, I hope.
Alright, we're finally actually turning a profit. I'm not sure...
These breakthroughs of yours should prove invaluable.
I'm not sure why we were negative even with 5 Gallimimus. That was kind of confusing to me. We're gonna name our first Triceratops Lex. So it'll be even more sad when she eventually dies of old age, which is probably going to happen because we don't have the paleobotany bonus in this mode as far as I know.
Occasionally, to explore an evolutionary branch, one must be willing to go out on a limb, if you'll pardon the pun. And this is one of those moments. A new contract awaits.
Alright, so let's get started on our next
I
exhibit.
told John that I'd return to his elaborate prehistoric ant farm under one condition: that nobody else dies because of something that shouldn't be alive. And that still holds true.
And our next exhibit's gonna be for Ceratosaurus. What I'm thinking of is this here will eventually be the Triceratops paddock, or Ceratopsid in general, because this is Jurassic difficulty, so I'm probably gonna have to squeeze as many different species in as possible. So, with that being said, that's probably... Okay, we're out of Ceratosaurus there. And hello, Demon Dragon. You are one of the first people to ever comment in one of my live streams, so thank you. Unfortunately, we're going to start getting diluted with Stegosaurus DNA, which, as I've said before, is a very difficult challenge mode dinosaur. So that's gonna set us back a bit, but oh well. The question is, where do we want to put the Ceratosaurus exhibit? One thing to note really quick is I definitely plan on having the aviary in here, and it's probably gonna be right here, because what I did in my sandbox version of this is I put all the hotels just boom, 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 boom right on this line right here. and then I put the aviary over here. So basically what I'm saying is I need to leave space here for guest buildings and the aviary. So why don't, before I get into making the Ceratosaurus exhibit, why don't I make each of these a bit larger? Even if it's just for building reasons. There we go. So I remember the aviary is huge, so I need to make sure I leave enough space for that. And this will let me make a 45-degree angle here. See, even though I feel like I did a reasonable job of planning that out, you can tell that, see, it's snapped in place right now, and that is definitely not parallel with the pathway, but I'm honestly probably just gonna have to deal with it. So we're gonna do that anyway.
I don't like being right all the time, but in your case, I'm going to make an exception.
Now, one thing that I personally haven't experimented with that I'm kind of curious about is if I have the Jeeps go into a medium/large carnivore exhibit, what will happen? Because I honestly don't know. I don't know if they attack it, or if they just bump into it, or what.
There's a new contract for you to review.
I'd love to, but if I recall, I'm very far away from getting Metriacanthosaurus unlocked. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of that one. And I think there's some more research I can be doing. Okay, we can do that one.
Caring for the dinosaurs requires research. The park is built upon it. This contract will help us learn more.
Alright, so let's see. This is gonna be our Ceratosaurus enclosure. It's pretty big, but that's sort of intentional because it's very likely that this will also house Dilophosaurus at some point. But we'll see. I mean, this island's huge. And also because of the whole tour thing, I'm not limited very much at all by, like, I don't need to build monorails and all that jazz. Like, I don't even need to worry about any of that stuff, really. So let's open this up.
Ellie, Dr. Sattler and I used to save champagne for special occasions. I guess this qualifies.
Let's see if we can get one from her.
Alan and I spent
No,
years in the heat, dust,
another
getting
baryonyx
eaten alive
contract.
by insects, pulling petrified bones from the ground. This contract will require significantly less sacrifice on your part.
So anyway, we're gonna, I'm pretty sure that we're safe with, like, the Ceratosaurus, with having the Jeeps going around and whatnot.
You saw an opportunity and you seized the moment. Hey, if you were a dinosaur, that'd be a successful hunt. So, enjoy the meal.
But we'll see. If the Ceratosaurus tries to take out the car, then we'll know that anything in that realm of basically anything that's not a small carnivore will go out of its way to attack it.
This is a limited time offer, so you
Yeah,
better
his
hurry,
contracts
because
are
the window
all
is only
based
65
on
million
stuff like
years
this.
wide.
Ooh, we got a lot of stuff.
One way you can
Alright,
help
well that's
out
what I'm trying to
research
do
and
anyway, so that's
dinosaurs
perfect.
is by taking on additional tasks in the form of contracts. I have one for you here, if you're interested.
So I mean, I've played Jurassic difficulty a lot, and this is easily the most money I've had this early on. So I really like that they've made the contract system more tolerable to deal with. So if you haven't done Jurassic difficulty before and you're thinking about it, this is way, way more doable. Make a little pool for them. This island thankfully has sand, which I really think is probably the best looking terrain tool, mainly because you can do this and layer it with the foliage. Ceratosaurus is not big on tree coverage, so what we'll do is we'll just do some foliage in the rest of the exhibit, and put some decorations in here for them. That should do for now, and let's get another gate up. I like to always put gates right next to each other because it just makes it easier to drive around in. Alright, we're gonna add the binoculars. Let's go for another Gallimimus and another Triceratops. That'll help us get moving on that release Dinosaurs contract. And, like I said, this will probably turn into the official, quote-unquote, Triceratops paddock. The Gallimimus are just here because it was the easiest dinosaur to get first. So, let's make that more homey looking. I also really like to flank it with these lights. It looks really neat at nighttime, which I know I turned off for now. Ooh, I'm gonna have to scoot this back a bit. There we go. Let's just, I mean, I can literally, what's nice is I can just change it whenever I want. So we'll play around in the nighttime for a bit. That way you can see how cool this looks. I love these signs. Anything to help make the exhibits more interesting. Alright, our 2 dinosaurs are done. Alright, that... I could sell this, which I'm going to, just because I'm pretty sure I only need a low quality fossil to get to 100% genome, so I don't want to extracting another 3-star fossil would have been wasteful, I guess, is what I'm going for.
We are pleased to welcome a Triceratops to the park. Acknowledging
Dang
asset
it.
collection request.
I hope it's not one of the tranquilized ones, because then I can't do anything with them, which it's not, but common cold spreads really fast. Let's see. And certainly, like I said, certainly not a speed run. We are over an hour and we're not at 1 star yet, which is pretty, not great, to be honest.
New asset reported. Asset
Alright,
transportation
if
underway.
you noticed, I blocked off my gate, so... Alright, they're both right over here. Resupply real quick.
Asset identified.
It's nice when they're actually possible to hit with the darts. Take a picture while we're here. Might as well get some extra monies out of our little visit.
That should be beautiful.
Alright, hopefully we got a 2-star Ceratosaurus Fossil, and no, the game continues to give me... I'm gonna keep one of these, because I want to make sure I don't, like, I don't think the game will let you sell them until there's not enough left.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Let's take a quick look, because I know that not all the dinosaurs are usable in this mode. So we've got Ankylosaurus, Apatosaurus, Baryonyx, Brachiosaurus, Compi, Maiasaura, Rarasaurus, Euoplocephalus, Dryosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Mamenchi, Metriacanthosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Para, Proceratosaurus, Velociraptor T-Rex, Styracosaurus, Spinosaurus. So we're missing like at least half the roster, which is kind of a downer. It's arguable that some of the best dinosaurs are included, and that's all that really matters. But like we are missing really good ones like Iguanodon, and like I'm personally a fan of Acrocanthosaurus and Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus should technically be in here because it's supposedly the first dinosaur that they cloned. Alright, good. We got a 2-star fossil. And I've never had this much money this early on, which is fantastic. Makes it a lot more enjoyable. I used to kind of like dread these because they're honestly used to be pretty hard. So I mean, with that being said, do we go for Ceratosaurus next, or go straight to Stego? I say we go for Ceratosaurus.
Jurassic Park, but with people like you achieving results like this, my outlook is much more positive.
Oh my god, Dr. Grant.
I bet you didn't see this coming. A gift.
Yes, I actually get it before I reach 1 star. That's pretty nice. Let's try a Cabot Finch contract.
I do this myself, but Mr. Hammond needs me in, other places to do other things. So, lucky for you, this contract is yours to take.
Well, at least his increased John Hammond rating, which I need
I was
to
listening for screams
do
and
that
roars,
somehow.
but instead, I hear, what do I hear? Cheering. Well, that must be for you. Okay.
Let's do this one
Every
again.
day, the dinosaurs are testing new strategies to overcome our methods of containing them. If we are to survive, and yes, that's what we're dealing with, then we need to stay one step ahead of them. That's where a contract like this latest one comes into play. This is our step.
Right, so Cabot / John Hammond want a hotel, which we're probably going to need our first one in the foreseeable future anyway. And plus, this will give me a chance to better show the park outline that I've been talking about. So like I said, this side here, I can fit probably 5 hotels. And if I need more, then I have room over here. But ideally 5 hotels should be enough. For now, there's no reason not to stick the first one as close to over here as possible. I do want to leave a little sliver right here because I may eventually make the tour, the Jeep tour, whatever you want to call it, go outside of the fence. So I want to leave a little bit of room there. This looks reasonable. So that'll get the hotel done, and Dr. Grant just blessed us with dig yield. Fossil module. Oh well. That's not the right module, but I forgot I had that upgrade, so... Alright, it's not done yet. It's fine. How much power do we got? And we have 17 unused power. I think that's about to become 7 because
Nice job
this
getting
takes
construction
10
started.
power.
But just a reminder, success is measured by what we finish.
Okay, we're about to get... Let's try a Dr. Sattler contract.
There's still so much to do before we can confidently say we understand the ramifications of resurrecting dinosaurs. Contracts like this one here are part of that process.
Well, we're nowhere near Ceratosaurus being incubatable, so that could be a delete coming up. Sorry about that. But let's get our carnivore feeder in here to celebrate our newest dino. Actually, I think it might be wise to not put it here to minimize. What's nice is I'm used to having to worry about, oh, I need to make sure the dinosaurs wander into view, but now with the binoculars and the car rides, I don't need to worry about that as much. It's actually probably more important that the dinosaurs don't go bother the tours too much. So we're gonna have 2 Ceratosaurus, so 12 minutes should be fine. I don't think they eat a ton compared to something like the T-Rex or something bigger. Alright, that one had only Triceratops left. I think our dig yield is done. Oh, it's not. Never mind. These guys are done though, so I'm gonna turn it back to daytime. Not that you all haven't seen a Ceratosaurus before, it's kind of like the, one of the most seen dinosaurs in this game, probably.
Levels upon levels! Impressive!
Alright, so looks solid. And we'll get going straight over there.
I'm sure happy to hear about your latest success.
I think that might be my first missed shot. Oop, that one went straight up the nose. And don't get me wrong, I really, really like Ceratosaurus. It has much more to do with between the campaign and it being a really good challenge mode dinosaur. I've seen this thing way more than I can. I just use it so much that I'm kind of like, okay, is there anything else? All right, let's see. Let's see if Dr. Sattler gives us something we can actually do. We might be able to do that. No. Not for a while. Keep that, get rid of this. Because I know there's stuff that is unlocked through her reputation, but Dr. Malcolm's give reputation for her too, I guess, so... Right.
I hope you'll consider this new contract. It has a lot of potential to change things for the better.
Alright, so first we're gonna grab our extra research team. That way we can get through these diseases faster, and okay, we already have a storm. That did not take long at all. Thankfully we have 98% coverage. I'm not even sure what the 2% that's not covered would be. Let's see. Yeah, everything, I mean, it might literally be that little sliver. So if there's a guest right here, they might not run for cover. Alright, no thunder, so that means not a tornado. Alright, I'm gonna wait till the storm passes, but then I want to see what research and what dinos we've unlocked. I know I saw Parasaurolophus. Ankylosaurus. Dr. Grant's contract is for Parasaurolophus, which I'm honestly a little more excited about than Ceratosaurus, so we're gonna send teams out for Parasaurolophus. And I don't mind having the AI take care of tasks like this because unless one escapes, it's not going to be damaged by a dinosaur. It's a fairly long storm. And more damage, unfortunately. The storm is still going. I'll have to make note of this. I wonder if the storms are longer for whatever reason. And alright, we're all safe. We'll open the park back up.
Please resume your normal activity.
That's fixed. So, let me think real quick. What's our next exhibit gonna be? Well, I still have to see what dinosaurs we unlocked.
Because of you, our understanding of how to care for the dinosaurs has taken a step forward.
So, Ankylosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and is this Dilophosaurus probably over here? It
This new
is.
contract, you can help advance our ability to take care of the dinosaurs.
Make up your mind,
Before I
Dr.
found
Grant.
myself on this island, my life and Ellie's was out in the field, digging in the dirt, the mud, the sweat. Have to confess that I miss it. We should send out an expedition.
Pretty sure.
Thanks for the excellent work. Really, we need more competent action on these islands.
Alright, I don't like interrupting their dialogue because I like to hear what they have to say.
Even now, after all that has happened, I don't fear the dinosaurs. I fear failure. That is why I'm making this contract offer to you, because I'm certain you will not fail. Now, go prove that my faith in you is justified.
He gives us like really nowhere near obtainable things though, sadly. But anyway, I was just joking that Dr. Grant gave us a Parasaur contract and then an Ankylosaurus one, and then I picked hookworms first because I'm pretty sure that's what Triceratops is susceptible to. And there we go. Oh, well, these are getting damaged. What's Gallimimus susceptible to? Avian flu. I don't even think that's unlocked yet because...
Great effort on your part. That's done it.
And then Campylobacter for Ceratosaurus.
A new contract. What will this one bring? The truth is, we cannot know.
I feel like Ankylosaurus would be an easier addition over Parasaurolophus because you need a lot of Parasaurolophus for them to be happy. So we're gonna do that, I guess, unless they start giving me a bunch of goofy contracts. Speaking of goofy contracts, sorry, John. But it's gonna be a while before we're at 2 stars.
You want to impress the man? You've got to deliver the goods. So I've just received a new contract that'll give you that chance to impress the man. Oh, you thought I was referring to Mr. Hammond? Who else would I be? Me talking about.
Oh boy. Cabot's still golden, even as a intern. But anyway, I am thinking of wrapping it up. We're at about an hour and a half. I might spend some time kind of postulating our next exhibit and where I'm going to build it. As much as I like having the cars go into the enclosure, I also kind of like the idea of having them just go near the fences and you can see into them from there. But for now, I like it the way it is. And Ankylosaurus and Dilophosaurus are probably going to be some new additions, along with Euoplocephalus probably, because that has a really nice social group. Uh-oh. We got a dinosaur threat. Danger to vehicle. That was that? That looked like it was new. It looked like it tried to headbutt the car. That's pretty cool. Nothing bad happened, but we'll have to remember that when designing our future exhibits. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed part 1, and let me know if you have any suggestions or feedback about the park so far, and I'll see you next time.